Welcome back to the KPM official YouTube channel, guys, and today I'm going to be reviewing a Darth Vader lightsaber sent to me from Saberlighy, which they packaged so nicely in their travel case as well. So this is a metal case, and yeah, I mean, just getting this in the mail was pretty cool. It just looks very fancy, so I'm keen to unbox this and show you guys a bit of one of the best Darth Vader lightsabers for sale on the market today. And we're going to be reviewing this, we're going to be testing it, I'm going to be showing you guys what it looks like when it's all lit up, and we're going to be doing some spin tests, show you some of the functions. So let's get into this. Of course, Darth Vader is one of the most iconic characters from Star Wars. Receiving a Darth Vader lightsaber for such an iconic character, but someone who has such an amazing story throughout the Star Wars series, this holds a lot of significance, and I'm very keen to show you guys this Darth Vader lightsaber. Anakin Skywalker is one of my favorite characters as well, so to have him reflected in the Darth Vader lightsaber here is going to be quite interesting to see what it looks like when I actually have a real one holding, because I have an Anakin one. So it'll be interesting to see what the Darth Vader one looks like. So this is the box, unpacking it with 3 different buckles, and yeah, it feels very sturdy. And inside we've got this nice foam lining which protects all of the gear in here. So without further ado, I'm excited, man. This is going to be a really good unboxing today. Let's get right into it. So let's start over here. We've got the plug for the lightsaber blade. If you guys know lightsabers, you know this is basically when you want to display the lightsaber hilt, you can plug this in the top. It protects the blade from getting all like junk in the top, but also it just looks much cooler. So there's your lightsaber plug. Then we move on to the charging lead, which also includes, I believe, some additional accessories, the key to screw the top screw piece in. So that's all included in this little package. And the charging is a USB-C to USB, the other way around I meant, but you get the idea. And if you have an Apple charger, the actual thing you plug into a wall, make sure it is 5 volts 1 amp that you're plugging into, because otherwise if you go too high it can fry the motherboard. So that's just a word of warning. Make sure you guys are using the right chargers. I've had my fair run-in of using the wrong charger, and yeah, anyway, long story. So let's go here. We've got the most important thing, of course, the product manual, because every lightsaber is different. You're going to be needing to know how to control this thing, how to move it, how to swing it around. So there you go, product manual for you guys as well, very handy. And then we've got this cool thing which I'm actually not entirely sure what it is, but Saberlighy sent me this little accessory, but I'm keen to unbox this little bit as well. It looks quite like a nice touch that they've added. It looks like a keychain lightsaber, but I'm not sure. But thank you, Saberlighy, for that. And once we get in, this is the app operation guide, because I believe you can actually control this lightsaber through an app. And then we've got something which I've got a fair amount of, a display stand. And if you guys have display stands, this is basically, for example, what I'm using here, just to display the lightsaber, and they give you one in this nice packaging here. So if we just take this out of the box, as we can see, all nicely wrapped, and with the display stand, Saberlighy provides you with a custom logo which you can put on this display stand. So yeah, just a really nice touch. So that is also a really cool thing if you guys are interested in displaying your lightsaber as opposed to just keeping it with the blade in all the time. So there you go. Now we are gonna move in to the 2 final things to unbox. Of course, we have the actual blade. Now check out this blade, quite a thick and sturdy blade. It is a NeoPixel quality blade, as you can tell by that down there, and it's got a really nice long blade. I'll put how long this is in the video, and yeah, just check it out. It feels very sturdy. This is much thicker than some of my other lightsabers, which will be good for dueling, because as we can see, wow, very sturdy. So that's a positive sign. Good job on that aspect. So there we go, a very nice sturdy blade for this Darth Vader lightsaber. The moment I've been waiting for, the hilt. Let's get right into it. Won't waste any of your time. So they've packaged it in a nice bubble wrap to protect it from travel, and we unwrap this bad boy. Check that out. Wow. As you guys can probably tell, I'm a bit happy because this is such an iconic character, Darth Vader. And just check this out, it's so shiny that I want to wear gloves just so I don't actually get any fingerprints on this lightsaber. And wow, it feels very sturdy and a little bit heavy, not too heavy that you would be struggling to duel with it, but heavy enough that it has some very good quality craftsmanship aspects to it. So that is a really nice touch. And we can see a little close-up of some of those little iconic details of Darth Vader's lightsaber. He sort of has little pipes going in and out of it. I guess that's just part of the design. And some of that Star Wars writing as well, just on the top here. And of course, the most iconic bit of Darth Vader's lightsaber is these lines, which are also reflective in Anakin Skywalker's hilt. So they almost are identical, but now we have this top piece come in, which is very cool, and I'm liking this a lot. As you can tell, I'm pretty happy with this Darth Vader hilt, and of course this is a replica lightsaber of Darth Vader from Saberlighy. But if you guys want to go for a more budget friendly lightsaber, you can check out Saberlighy. I'm going to put their link in the description below. They offer a variety of different lightsabers, from character lightsabers all the way down to some budget friendly options. So if you guys are first time lightsaber buyers and you're just looking maybe for something to buy, then you can check out this Darth Vader one if you are in the market for the coolest one, in my opinion. Or if you just want to go for something which you can just duel around, have a bit of fun, not spend too much and break the bank, then definitely check out Saberlighy. Now let's get into this video where I'm going to be showing you the functions. We're going to do a light test, and everything about this lightsaber that you want to see, I will be doing. So let's get into it. So guys, let's get into the most exciting part of this video, the lightsaber test. We're going to be putting the Darth Vader lightsaber through all of the functions, effects, basically everything about this saber I'm going to show you. So I'll turn the lights off. Let's get right into it. So the Darth Vader lightsaber has two buttons at the top, and in order to turn this on, I believe it's the top one, we just hold it. Power on. There we go. So we hear power on and we know that the lightsaber is ready to go. Guys, let's ignite this saber. Oh yes! Of course, Anakin, Darth Vader, we know that iconic Sith red, which matches this lightsaber so well. This right now is the fire blade as well, because if you know lightsabers, you know that they almost represent a bit of a fire aspect to them. So that's what I really like about this effect, the fire effect. It looks more realistic than the stable blades, and already I'm quite happy with the color, you know, the near pixel quality, and even the way this feels on the hand. Very nice. But let's get into some of the sound fonts, you know, the blade styles and effects, because that's what this lightsaber is all about. Oh, Anakin Skywalker. Of course, this is Anakin mixed into Darth Vader, and I love that sound font, the Anakin sound font. And this is quite a nice blue as well. Very nice, very bright. As you can see, taking up my whole room with color. Let's get into some more of the sound fonts. Kenobi! Let's go, let's hear this. Of course, red looks great on this lightsaber, and we can see already just how bright this thing is. And whilst we're here, let's look at the smooth swing, because that's one of the things I look for when getting a lightsaber, just how reactive, and also how smooth is that gesture control. Damn, that's pretty reactive. Got another red color, of course, Count Dooku. Cannot go wrong with Count Dooku. And even the smooth swing and sound is pretty cool on this one. Emperor Palpatine. Wow, look at that. That sounds so much different to some of the other ones we've explored so far. And that's another point I'd like to make, is this lightsaber, the Saberlighy lightsaber of Darth Vader, every single time you ignite a different sound font, they provide you with a different sound ignition and, of course, smooth swing sound, which is really nice touch, because it means you're not getting the same thing every time. You're not getting the standard sounds that most people would be familiar with a lightsaber. You're getting something a little different each time. So it's a bit more of a customizable and, you know, a bit more choice going on, which is something that I really like. And I think Saberlighy have done amazing with this Darth Vader lightsaber. Yoda, of course, Yoda is green and this is blue. Whilst we're on the topic of colors, because I like to put this to a green for Yoda, we do have the ability to change the colors. How we do this, we just tilt the saber down and we press this bottom button and we just twist it like so. There we go, we got there in the end. So this is the next color. It's almost a very take on the next of the blue. It's very much a light blue compared to the blue we just saw. Now we've got a bit of a yellow color going on, a bit of a Temple Guard inspired yellow. This is almost a cross between a white, a purple, and a blue. Oh, and there we go. We've got a white color as well. Got the ability to have white, so not bad. Whoa, there we go. We got the green that I was looking for Yoda. And of course, if a lightsaber has a very good green, blue, and red, which is those iconic three colors, then that NeoPixel you know is good quality. And of course, red, because this is Darth Vader, we've got to go with the red color. And this red looks really good. I think they've done the red really, really nicely here. And that is another almost purple color. I think it's almost a very light purple, lilac almost color. Ah, yeah, there we go. That's what I was looking for as well. Anakin, Obi-Wan blue, one of the most iconic colors ever. And this looks great. Back to yellow, so we're back to the start now. And whilst we're here, let's go into some clash, because I want to spice things up and not just follow the normal order I do of sound fonts, effects, and everything. So I believe this does have the clash. How we do that is we just press the bottom button whilst we are obviously, you know. But that's pretty cool. And does it have the jab? Whoa, yeah, it does. So the jab sort of runs down from the base here all the way to the tip of the NeoPixel in a like a forward motion. And the clash is reactive. So if I whack my hand on the blade, you'll be able to get that clash. And I do know this has lockup as well. Lockup effect. There we go, lockup. Look at that. So for example, let's take my Anakin lightsaber. If you were dueling with someone, you might want to have a bit of clash, you know, but then you might want to have this effect. You go lock up battle almost, you know, with the tips. That's a cool effect. Now let's get back into the sound fonts. I did go a bit off course there, but you know, sometimes you got to spice things up. We got an Inquisitor sound font. Of course, that would be red, but what I like about this, which I just noticed, is this sound. And that's what I was talking about before, with the fact that each sound font's got a different sound with it, which really, really stands out to me. And I think that's one of the things that makes it a bit more unique compared to, you know, stock standard lightsabers. Master Windu? Damn. Dark Saber. Oh yeah, and he sounds exactly like it too. You can hear it. Oh yeah. General Kenobi. So we got a lot of characters as well, which is something you guys probably noticed. And I'll put on the screen all the details about this lightsaber so you can have a bit more understanding, you know, how many effects and what this comes with, because this is a really cool, not only for the hilt, because it's an iconic Darth Vader 1-to-1 scale replica hilt, but you know, this is a very nice sturdy blade. We've got a lot going on, a lot of options, a lot of great features. And the other thing I'd like to say, you know, whilst I love Darth Vader and Anakin, and this is one of my favorite characters, having the sound fonts of other characters sort of allows you to have a piece of another character and just change the whole lightsaber in total. So if you guys, you know, an Obi-Wan fan or you like Count Dooku, not only can you have an Anakin and Darth Vader hilt, but you also get that ability to have the Count Dooku sound font, or, you know, Ventress, or any of the characters that we see in sort of the mainstream Star Wars. So if we want to change some of the blade styles, and that's like the fire, the wave, all of those, we hold that second button for about a second till we hear each ignition or blades effect. Let's go. Unstable blade. So we got unstable. Let's go have a look at this. Okay, that's very unstable. Yeah, wow, okay. Pulse blade. Pulse? Pretty much what it says. It's pulsating. Rainbow blade. I mean, me personally, I'm not a fan. I guess if you were at a party, this would actually be cool. Infinite blade. You know what? This is similar to Rainbow, but I like it a bit more because Infinite Blade goes through all the colors. So if you did want to display this, you could actually display this, and it would be almost like a bit of a light feature. Wave Blade. Oh wow, okay. So there's Wave, very similar to the others, except this one's more of a fast pace. You know what? It's not too bad. because it looks like fire, the one that's my personal favorite. There we go. Let's get into it. Fire blade with the Anakin blue as well. This looks the most realistic depiction of a lightsaber, and it gives almost a bit of a glow around the entire NeoPixel blade from base to top. Can't complain, guys. I've seen this before, crack blade. I do like it though, because it's sort of igniting different parts of the blade. Okay, so I'd like to get into some of the ignition styles now, because I have a personal couple favorites which I believe are on this lightsaber, and I'm keen to show you guys my favorites. Of course, I won't be able to get into everything just because I would be here for like an hour showing you guys and waffling on. But I'm going to show you some of my favorites and some of the top rated ones by a lot of people online. So let's get right into it. Photon ignition. Yo, check this out. Oh, takes a little longer, but you get a bit more going on. Can't go wrong with that one.
Broken ignition.
Broken ignition. Yo. That's pretty cool. Obviously, they represent what their name is. That was broken style of ignition throughout the blade.
Machine ignition.
Machine. Yo. Got a bit of broken happening on the saber in this area. The effects are for different purposes, I guess, because my personal favorite one, which we'll get to, is quite a short but effective one. But if you were, as I mentioned, using this and you wanted to actually show it off a bit, some of those longer ignitions got a bit more going on. So they're going to be a bit more show off, you know, a bit more exciting than some of the short spanning ignitions. But to have all the options is once again great, because everyone is different and everyone's gonna like different things.
Burst ignition.
Burst, let's see. That one is decent.
Oh my G.
Oh my G. I don't know what it is about it, it just sounds really cool. It's quick as well.
Sputtering ignition.
This is the one I wanted to show you guys, sputtering ignition. Let's get into it. Yeah, as you can see, maybe this isn't for everyone, but my personal favorite is this one because it's so quick. Gives you a little bit of sound at the start if we listen closely here. And it's very quick, it's effective, it gives you a little bit of sound, and you get right into being able to use the lightsaber.
Standard ignition.
And there we go, standard ignition. Of course, cannot go wrong with standard ignition. It's the most iconic, and when we retract it as well, it goes straight down into the hilt, as we well and truly know from the movies. That is the way to go with a lightsaber. Cannot go wrong with that one. Okay guys, so whilst we're here as well, let's talk about this charging, because there is something really cool built into the bottom of the hilt here, which I've never seen before, and I think you guys are really gonna love. We just take off this bottom piece, which reveals all of the mechanisms, all of the pieces at the bottom here. The thing that caught my eye automatically was the fact that it's almost like a gold plated metal here. That's a really cool touch. And if we flip it around, this is where you're going to charge that big battery sitting right here. We've got a little lead plug right up the top, and you can take this out. This thing is all of your mechanisms, powering the saber and all that, as you can see. The thing that is really catching my eye and I want to show is this, and this right here, which you might be able to tell is an SD card, a mini one in fact. And the reason that they've added is because if you want to upload custom sound fonts and customization effects to your lightsaber, you can with this little guy. Now I'd also like to say a big thank you to Saberlighy for providing their premium travel case, which I store my lightsaber accessories, my lightsaber hilts, all of my things in when I'm going on trips, when I'm taking this somewhere. You know, this gives you the ability to travel with your lightsaber without having to worry about it getting damaged. And also, not only is this a great travel case, but you know, you can even just store everything in here temporarily when you're at home, because I used to use the actual cardboard boxes they came in the parcels, and I'd shove everything in there. And yeah, over time it got really moldy and I had to end up throwing a lot of my charging leads away. So now I've resorted to using their premium travel case, and I'll show you just how cool this thing is. So you get 3 nice little switches here, which will just be really easy to undo for you. And then we look inside and I've got all of my pieces ready to go. So this right here is a little piece of a hilt. We've got charging leads for all of my different lightsabers, and as you can probably tell, this travel case also comes with a really nice foam padding inside, so everything you keep in here is going to be nice and secure. So if you do want to go on a holiday, say, and take your lightsaber, or if you just want to have a really nice case to store your sabers in when you're collecting, definitely check out the Saberlighy premium travel case, which I'm going to put in the link in the description. So there we go, guys, the Darth Vader lightsaber by Saberlighy. And my overall verdict, is this a great quality lightsaber and is it worth the price? Well, in my opinion, as someone who really loves Darth Vader and Anakin, of course, and the prequels, I really think that they have nailed this lightsaber. Not only is this a great quality hilt, but it feels really good, and the craftsmanship, I can tell, is quite up there. Of course, the NeoPixel blade is bright, it's sturdy, and it's great for dueling. If this is your first time buying a lightsaber and you didn't want to spend too much on, say, a character replica, you can definitely check out Saberlighy because they have a lot of budget-friendly options. But if you do like Vader and you do want to check them out, I'll make sure to put it in the link below. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed my review on Saberlighy's Darth Vader lightsaber. What a great one, and I really enjoyed filming this, and I hope you guys enjoyed watching. Of course, if you want to hit that sub button, it does mean the world, and I really appreciate you guys supporting and watching my videos as well. And I will see you guys in the next one.